Respected sadhakas, welcome, salutations for the divinity in you, for the wonderful, sincere seeker in you. It's very delightful to meet every day, spending some time together. Wish and pray that our staying together becomes fruitful for you and me and also the Sanatana Dharma, the Shruti Mata, and also to the Rishi Parampara who have designed this program for us. Remember the 12 Vyaktitvas to be blossomed by our conscious effort. Our outer worldly relations, behaviors based on only one thing, we are the Sevakas. We should belong, we should know that we belong to or born in Sanatana Dharma. So knowing, doing, supporting Sanatana Dharma, second work we have to do, our Vyaktitva should become like that. Because it is of the nature of binding, getting detached from the world, the Viragi Vyaktitva with maturity. We are always given with whatever we want by the divine. Therefore, the Bhakta in us. We need continuous guidance. Therefore, as a Shishya, ready to receive. And then all limitations are binding us. Desire to come out of them is moksha, that Vyaktitva. Then we are in ignorance of the truth. Jignasa to know the truth. Intellectual, sadhana, and experience. All this is possible when we are continuously bombarding our mind, intellect, heart through the ears by the words of the Gurus, therefore, Shrotrutva Vyaktitva. All this is done when we, day by day, change our identity into sadhakatva than the samsari. Then these all require tremendous amount of efforts, continuous efforts of giving up things to be given up, efforts of doing the things to be done. That's why parishrami. Then this doing is not an easy. Any amount of obstacles can come. What is that which keeps us on the path? Prerana. So swayam prerita vyaktitva. All the while this is happening, no need for any excitement or tension, therefore Shanta Vyaktitva. Same way that six blessings, Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, luckily because we are in Sanatana Dharma born, we are rich and abundant in all these things. Only we have to use them. We have our Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Guru our Acharyas being under their guidance because they are at the higher level, they have the kindness, compassion to correctly guide us what to do, what not to do, where to reach, where not to reach. So, to inevitably, our worship and prayers to the Devata Gana who are managing the outer inner show. Then the Shakti Swarupani Mata. Then the Ishvara, the ruler, governor, everything. Parabrahma being the ultimate. So, just culling out what we have studied from all that, these things we kept to remember ourselves every day, remind ourselves of all these things so that we are having something to do and thus we are not lost as we were so far. Now, beautiful Upanishad, Shwethashwathara, Prathama Adhyaya, Sambandha Bhashya, the Vishnu Dharmottara Purana, Vishnu Purana we are saying now. If we had wonderful memory power, we could have really cherished remembering what we are taught, what we are listening, what we are learning, that beautiful moksha giving jnanam. So, some more deliberations, contemplations on the subsequent quotations of this Upanishad we are here to study today. Before that, our Sankalpa prayers. Sankalpa is to know what we are doing, what for we are doing. Again, prayers are no other way than praying to the divine that the blessings will mold us more and more towards spirituality. We do that. And before that, as we do 5 minutes for a few more days, our contemplation thinking. Today's thinking is simple. Ki how many our number of times we study, listen Shastras because of one biggest thing we miss called as Mananam, we still remain vague about. First and foremost basic thing called as what is spirituality, isn't it? That we have to feel sometimes ashamed, definitely. Ki how many number of times we heard, but we have not given thought to it. That the clarity has not come to us or is not coming to us. So that we have to compensate. That is what is our contribution in our growth to the Guru and Devatas who are blessing us. We also have to contribute our contribution definitely. After Shravanam is Mananam. If that Mananam is not done, in that Viveka Chudamani, Shrutehe Shatagunam Vidyat Mananam. 100 times more important is Mananam than Shravanam. Mananam dapi nididhyasam lakshagunam anantam nirvikalpakam. 1 lakh times greater than the Mananam is nididhyasana prayatna. Its result. Then nirvikalpakam, when we enter into that nirvikalpa atmanumti, it is ananta guna greater. So just though we are claiming we have done ईशकेन कट प्रश्न मुंड मांडुक्य तैतरी ऐतरेय श्वेताश्वर इतना पढ़ा है हमने उपनिषद का नाम भी याद नहीं रहता हमको बट स्टिल नथिंग रॉन्ग in reminding in simple words what exactly we are seated here for. What do you mean by adhyatmikata? In both English word, Sanskrit word, in the word itself there is meaning. Spirituality means being more and more closer in our identity with the spirit from the matter. So simple. Spirituality is identifying with the spirit more and more by withdrawing our identity from the matter. Begin with. Our problem is when the next sentence is said in continuation of this we forget. Those things we have to compensate in us through various upasanas. That remembrance of the sequence of things or the whole thought in its completeness. In Sanskrit also, Adhyatma Jivanam. Adi means around, Atma means real self. Both of them together, the spirit itself is the real self. Point one. Second is what? The Atma Anatma mix up is there. Because of which the glory of Atman forgotten, we are suffering the limitations of Anatma. This is called samsara. This is because of habits it is happening. It is because of vasanas happening. It is because of ignorance. So we have to remove the ignorance by the knowledge. We have to replace the negative vasanas by positive. We have to replace our habits from being a matter-oriented person to spiritual-oriented, spirit-oriented. अनात्म से आत्मा में आ जाना चाहिए. Point 2. Point 3 is what? More simplified way. We all have these upadhis. Deha, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, Ahankar. चित्त भी ऐड कर लो. These five, if we talk about clearly, if you understand about clearly, good. देह इंद्रिय प्राण मन, देह इंद्रिय मन बुद्धि अहंकार. प्राण तो एनर्जी है. These five, when employed about the Paramatma, in search of Paramatma, that search of Paramatma is called Tat Pada Parimarganam. And when I use a Sanskrit word or technical word, then we again get afraid or don't catch it. Catch in टेक्निकल वर्ड में समझे या अपने इंग्लिश में समझे या अपने मदर टंग में समझे, बट इन विच एवर द वे वी हैव टू कैच द सिंपल मेन थिंग. All these pancha upadhis, upadhi means instruments. Let us say again, from now onwards I will explain every word. Whatever I talk, let it take 10 years to do. Even Shwethashwathara Bhashyam, Sambandha Bhashyam, what can I do? These pancha upadhis, when they are used to recognize the spirit, recognize our real actual self, that effort is called Adhyatmika Jivana, Adhyatmika Sadhana. Okay, now Deha. Deha is generally Karma Pradhana. When these Dehas, Karmas are oriented towards the discovery of Paramatma, that is done mainly through the Puja Upasana. We are doing Adhyatmika Sadhana. उपाधियों को आत्मा के लिए यूज करना इज आध्यात्मिक साधना. उपाधियों को आत्म प्राप्ति के लिए यूज करना इज स्पिरिचुअल साधना. So Deha is Seva and Karma Pradhana. So this Deha, to begin with, for the Nirguna Paramatma Prapti, it can't do anything. Therefore, Saguna Paramatma ke liye use karo. Paramatma is in the form of Jagat also. Paramatma is in the form of the avatars also. Jagat Seva and what you call Paramatma Upasana. Sharira using for that. What is the other way the Sharira used for? It is for the anything other thing in the world. Maybe let us say for the Nidra or for the Bhoga excessive or for somebody else, whoever they are. Again, so that attitude and understanding and conscious performance that I am using this Sharira for Paramatma. Like when I am working in a government office, the Sharira used to work to serve government. When I am working at home, I am using my Sharira in its work for the family. That's what we do. Become conscious. Same way, my Sharira used for serving Bhagwan. That understanding is spirituality. Then there are two things. One is the works given to us, second, the works chosen by us. Given work also we do with the idea is I am doing seva to Bhagwan only. This is spirituality. Taken up work is the upasanas, the social services. They are not compulsory. They are not put on our head. But we have to take up them so that our sharira is used for Paramatma seva. उसमें उस शरीर का फुलफिलमेंट होता है शरीर लेवल में. दैट इज द स्पिरिचुअल साधना. स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट उपासना. देन स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट सेवा भाव. भाव विद सेवा. सेवा भाव बस इन द वर्ल्ड, इन वॉट एवर द वर्क्स वी आर डूइंग एट वॉट एवर अवर एज एंड अवर थिंग्स. कुछ भी लोगों को इवन 90 years एज 1000 वर्क स्टिल आर देयर. So that's what is there. Do it as Bhagavad Seva. कुछ लोगों को बहुत कम होते हैं. Never mind, then you engage in your upasana for the Lord. Depending on ability, age, even little bit, 10 minutes, 20 minutes भी करें, idea आने लगता है. Meaning of using Sharira for spirit, spirituality, Bhagavad Seva. Then the second one, the Indriyas. All our Panchagnani Indriyas. Okay, ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. These also are, when used for the spirit or self or Paramatma, then we are becoming spiritual sadhakas, isn't it? Each one of them, mainly the two of them, ears and eyes are important. Okay, what do you do with the nose? What do you with the tongue? What do you with the skin? Skin is maintained in the freshness by taking bath. To feel that pavitrata, to serve the God. उतना ही कर सकते. The tongue of the aspect, what is it done when Naivedyam is offered to the Lord? That is taken as prasadam. That's it. Tongue is not for taste. It is tasting Bhagavan's prasadam. It's going into stomach. It is giving energy to the body as a attitude. Nose, what do we do? Fragrant flowers or wonderful agarbatti continuously in the house, but mentally becoming aware that all of them are offered to the God. Even that Divya Gandha Parimala is also a prasada from the Lord. So, from with the Indriyas, instead of the Bhoga Vritti, Bhoga Alochana, Bhoga thought, it is Bhagavad Arpana Wala attitude. That is called as spirituality at the Indriyas level. The main two instruments are ears and eyes. So the eyes, whatever it sees, let it say, or let the mind say, everything is Bhagavan. This sadhana is called as at the Indriya level, spiritual sadhana. And then with the same eye, at least for some time daily, whatever the Rupa Varnana of the Lord done, luckily the great painters, etc., they have made paintings. So we put those pictures in our puja room, even Vigraha, looking at them with the eyes and saying that I am looking at Bhagavan is the Chakshur Indriya Pradhana Bhagavad Sadhana. है ना, स्पिरिचुअल साधना. भगवान का रूप देखना, जो भी रूप देख रहे वो भगवान का ही है ऐसे मानना. दिस स्पिरिचुअलिटी. Basic thing is we have to discover our real self. We are caught up in the not self. The not self are these upadhis. Sharira, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, Aham. When they are used for the world, we are Jiva Samsari. When we are using them for the God, we are Sadhaka. By using them for the world, the Vasanas grow, Samsaritva grows. When they are used for the God, the Vasanas to be Samsari go away. Then the Samskaras to be Sadhaka goes on growing. All this is just theory because we are such a fellows what to call. We don't do anything. जिंदगी भर रोते रहते हैं मेरे से नहीं हो सकता करके. शुरू करना है. That zeal, the zest, the commitment. The one who is dhairyashali in the world can be dhairyashali and should be dhairyashali. In sadhana also कि अब मैं समझ में आया हूँ मैं करूँगा. करते रहने से याद रहता है. Those who are buzdil in the samsara, इधर भी वैसे रहेंगे. So we have to remember, divide the day. बैठो, पेन लो, पेपर लो. मेरा जिंदगी है, मेरा दिन है, एक दिन कंप्लीट है मेरे लिए. तो इस दिन मैं साधक हूँ. साधना क्या क्या है? 1, 2, 3, 4. Write down the things and divide the time to each of them along with sufficient time for other nonsense we do of the worldliness because we can't give it up. ये तो करें पहले, होता रहेगा. Don't worry about result. Result will come. So too with the ears. Okay, ears both ways. Anything is heard in order to avoid it, creating any vasana, samsara, even the Shabda is only Bhagavan. ऐसा श्रद्धा. Secondly, listening only the Bhagavat Sambandhi Katha, Bhagwan's Guna, Leela, Dhama, their Mahima listening. See, the Indriyas up to mana level, उनसे क्या साधना होता है कि वो हमें संसार में नहीं ले जाना. That is a sadhana. They won't help us in the sadhana. Only to some extent. From buddhi only the sadhana starts. Because it is a question of jnana ajnana. We are already the self. But ajnana ke karan, we are too much identified with the not self. So jnana drudhata at the buddhi level we do. So sadhana is buddhi level. But we have the other equipments. If we don't care them, then they go into the world, samsara, and pull us also. To avoid that, these faculties of Sharira, Indriya, Mana also are given spiritual related job throughout the day. So the Kanaka, Ankaka, बोल दिया बाकी ज्ञानेंद्रिय. Other कर्मेंद्रियास of the hands and legs, maximum use for God related work. The tongue also in uttering the name of Lord or bhajan kirtana. The other two organs, they are just doing their job, let them do. Third one is mana. Spirituality mana means the mana ka mainly asakti prema hai. Even the uha poha. Let that asakti, let the prema, let that uha poha, means thoughts of any relations or imagination. Let it be for Bhagavan only. That is spiritual sadhana, not for the world. The genuine, real feelings. And the functional feelings of the mind can be there for the world. Like when you talk to a wife or children, those 5-10 minutes, that mind can be filled with the Kritagnata Bhava, Prema Bhava, and the mouth can use the loving words to them to accomplish the work whatever at that time. चाहे उनसे कुछ काम लेना हो या उनको कुछ काम देना हो, चाय बना के पिलाओ या चाय मांगो उनसे. Bring the mind with love, utter the words lovingly. Can you get me a cup of tea? If you want it. You made a tea. As if this is a cup of tea for you, have it. See that emotion of love or gratitude that they are giving us company. They are helping us. Itna bas about the worldly vyavahara. Quickly go into that mode, finish that job, and come back. The mind should be brought back again tuned to the God. In any case, whether it's Sharira or Indriya or Mana, the Vishaya Asakti should not be allowed. One day, if we can conquer and practice the same thing every day, then what we have to do, we are doing. What has to happen? And the influence of the world on us, the desires of the world, the worldliness, they all go away. They won't stay. It's all we are not doing positive. Therefore, we are ending up in doing negative. We are not doing sadhana spiritual, we are doing samsara. Isn't it? Think about it. So the mana, maximum, the feeling of bhakti, kritagnyata to the Bhagavan. निर्गुण भगवान ओनली आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है उनसे. सगुण साकार भगवान यू हैव टू चूज राम और कृष्ण. Then that one root form taken up should be understood as the Ishvara, the Sushti Sthiti Karaka, Sarva Shaktiman. If you are Rama Bhakta, somebody says about Krishna, don't fight with them. Krishna also same. He is seeing that Lord in the Krishna room. You are seeing that Lord in Rama room. Lord is one. इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके. हायर लेवल में माया युक्त ईश्वर आई एम वर्शिपिंग. ईश्वर इज नॉट शिव हियर. अगेन शिव के नीचे स्थाई में मत आना. रूपनाम के स्थाई में. Ishanath Ishvara. Parabrahma only with his Maya Shakti has become Ishvara. That Ishvara can be the best form of way of worshipping. There you have transcended the Rupanama of God. Straight. In that all your Ganapati, your Shiva, Rama, all are included. It's all question of our doubtless understanding. It is one Lord only expressing as all these Devata Gana. In each of the Devata Gana level, like Rama and Krishna, different Leelas are done. Those Leelas appeal to me, therefore, that Lord appears to be the Lord of my liking or choice. Good, fine, fair, badhiya hai. But there are no two like Rama or Shiva or Krishna. Only one. That one expresses again. When you study Purana Itihasa, शिव जी ने राम जी का, राम जी ने शिव जी का उपासना किया. They are all prasangika that time. They are to guide us at that time. For us, when we worship, we are worshipping Ishvara only through Shiva, through Rama, through Krishna. Anyone. वो वाला भाव ज्ञान दृढ़ करना चाहिए. एनीथिंग कहना करना है और दृढ़ करना है. Do it and do it such a way that it becomes firm. And everything is tentative in us because we have not started doing. And we are not doing with the idea of firmness. But our started. मुझे इस बात में दृढ़ होना चाहिए. ये पकड़ना है बात को. और करते जाओ दृढ़ हो गए. Our problem is how much dhrudha we are in our samsara and bhoga. उसमें 1000th also we are not dhrudha in our understandings, bhavanas and doings. बस ऊपर ऊपर लाइटली करते हैं. बस नहीं किया तो कोई डंडा मारेगा. ऐसे बहसे करते हैं. There is no प्रेम. There is no manana. इसलिए conviction नहीं है. Or at least the Shraddha in Guru. Guru told to do this. गुरु टोल्ड 20 साल पहले. ऐसे इतने गुरु आकर बोल के जा रहे. अब हम शुरू ही नहीं करते. So that's our personality. We have to understand. We should know it is not the correct for sadhana. It has to be rectified with self-confidence, not with guilt, not with the feeling that I may not be able to, I can't do. You can do such great things. The greater than the greatest thing, which is otherwise impossible, we already done. We all. What is that? Forgetting God, getting lost in the world. इतना महान कार्य कर पाए हम जन्म जन्म के अभ्यास से. ये वाला नहीं कर पाएंगे क्या? So the spirituality means mixing up of आत्मा एंड अनात्मा में अनात्म तादात्म्य से हमको अपने आत्मा में आना है. आत्मा इज निर्गुण सच्चिदानंद. How I live in the world of anatma? By identifying and with them living in the outer world. This is called samsara bandhan. Same upadhis using for the Paramatma is sadhana, not for the world. After sufficient utilization of them is done, then it gets reduced. Means we go to the higher upadhi level more and more. Matlab, with the sharira, when we do the gross seva upasana for some time, it's not eternal, it is fulfilled, it gets reduced. When at the indriya level, our work becomes more intense and deeper. Like in any office setup. He was a clerk. At that time, gross physical works of टाइप करो, प्रिंट आउट ले लो और एड्रेस देखो, पन्ने में लगाओ, चिपकाओ, फिर क्लास पर एम्प्लॉय को दे दो, डाको. वो फिजिकल वर्क होता था. As he is growing from that LDC to UDC or the higher works, he is doing higher work, reduce होता है छोटा वाला. In spirituality also, when we consciously fulfill doing work at the physical level, seva upasana, we come to indriya level. When we do indriya level more and more, physical level reduces. Zero नहीं होता है, वो minimum हो जाता है. Just like at the very initial gross level, the intellectual spiritual work is zero because वहाँ तक हम गए नहीं. Zero मतलब 1 या 2%. Physical will be maximum. As we finish the physical way of doing, come to इंद्रिया level. फिजिकल कम हो जाएगा. अब इंद्रियों से ही भगवान का करना, खासकर कान और आंख. Then when we come to the mind level of sadhana more and more, indriyo sharira level of sadhana necessarily gets reduced. Means the time and effort at the mind level is more. And at that time, the sharira, indriyas cooperate. But who is doing is mind. For example, the chanting of Bhagwan's name or bhajana is done by the mouth only. The clapping is done by the eyes, hands only. Eyes are looking at the form of the Lord in your puja room. But actually, the mana is doing the bhajana, kirtana of feeling of gratitude, devotion to God. All Bhagavan Gunagana Smarana, expressing Kritagnyata, expressing prayers, asking Him to evolve us spiritually, ये सब मानसिक साधनाएं होते हैं. Mind with its devotion, with its gratitude, with its love is for the God. Like Rama. Right now remember Lord Ram का रूप आ जाए हृदय में. Hey Rama, because of you only I got this human life. Because of your grace only all things I am getting. I am grateful to you. Let my devotion at your feet with my mind increase day by day. Take me to the higher level of spiritual sadhana. देखो यही करते रहना है. ये हो गया मन का खेल. नाउ कम्स द बुद्धि. बुद्धि से विचारणा करना है. आत्मानात्म विवेक है ना. अधिष्ठान अध्यारोप विवेक. That here comes the help of Shastras. All Shastras are addressed to the Buddhi. The Indriyas and Mana are used there as helping aids. इंद्रियों में कान सुनने को हेल्प करता है. मन वहाँ एकाग्र होने के लिए, एकाग्रता से कान से सुनने के लिए मन. But the work given in the study of Shastras is to the Buddhi. See the beautiful Shastras, Vedantic, we are studying, especially the Upanishads, how they are explaining to us about the unseen presence of the Parama Atma Tattva. Buddhi level में विचारणा. In that vicharana, what is seen through indriyas and the mind, and what is substratum there, there are two things different. So, as per the Shastra, which are given to us by the experienced saints and sages, our five faculties inside and the outer world of name and form have something as the cause of them, substratum of them. And that is only Anubhava Gamya. Anubhava is in meditation. We go to meditation through contemplation. We do the contemplation on the data. We collect the data in our study of Shastra, in our listening to the Shastra. Here the pure Vedantic Upanishadic Shastra, which we are doing every Upanishad is talking that only. If you take the Ishavasya, those mantras with Bhashyam we have seen. There the intellect's sharpness, subtlety, patience, perseverance to grasp or catch what is said about the Atma Vastu. There are two things. One, intellectually apprehending the meaning of the Atman, intellectually apprehending. Then meditating to realize that Atman which is already in us. Again, because of habit of taking those things as real which are seen by faculties, We try to see the Atman with the faculties, but it is not that way catchable. Therefore, we feel disappointed. Atman is an Anubhuti. Before the Anubhuti, the Dhyana. In the Dhyana, we transcend the Anatma Tadatmya and we have the Atmanubhuti. But Dhyana is a state of being reached through the Nidhi Dhyasana or Chintana कहते हैं उसको मनन चिंतन. मनन चिंतन के लिए data is through our shastras. We grasp into our intellect. And while doing our Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma discussion in the Taittiriya, we have seen these things elaborately. Okay? Especially the first two words, Satyam, which is Avitatham, which is Rutam, which is always there. Satya is which is always there. So anything which is not always there or going on modifying, all of them when dropped, Satya Sthiti we reach. Remember, Atman is not a Vastu. Satyam is not a Vastu. Satyam is an Anubhuti. An Anubhuti. अब देखो जो इतने जन्मों में करने करने से होने वाला है, इन वन जन्म इन वन मेडिटेशनल सिटिंग आई मस्ट गेट इट. ज्यादा गुस्ताखी हो गया ना. एंड गेटिंग फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. क्यों नहीं आया समझ में? क्या है कमी, उसको फुलफिल करो. एंड नथिंग इज हैपनिंग, प्रे टू गॉड. ही विल गिव दैट कैपेसिटी. इफ नॉट टुडे, टुमारो. ही सेड नो in the 10th chapter of Gita. Machitta madgata prana modayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti ramant tesham satata yuktanam भजताम प्रीति पूर्वकम. हमेशा मेरे से ट्यून होकर प्रेम से मेरा जो भजन करता है उनको ददामि बुद्धि योगम तम. I will give them buddhi yoga, for which you and I are struggling through our शास्त्र अध्ययनम. इतना पढ़ रहे हैं लेकिन बुद्धि योगा भी नहीं हुआ. बुद्धि योगा और योगा बुद्धि. In Tripura Rahasyam also, what was said by Datta Guru to Parshurama is, it is only by the blessings of Mata Tripura Sundari that we will be able to enter into Atma Avagahana or understanding from the worldliness. Therefore, go and do Upasana. To the highest calibered person of Parshurama, who is an avatar himself, 12 years he has done Tripura Devi Puja every day. Then by her grace, what is Atman spirituality? This jignasa came in him, wanting to know. अभी हमको वांटिंग टू नहीं है, नो नहीं है, वो अपने आप समझ में आना है, ऐसा है हमको. हम भगवान को मेहरबानी कर रहे हैं, ऐसी बात है हमारा. Then he goes to Guru Maharaj. After 12 years of Tripura Devi's Upasana, she blessed. In her blessing, the jignasa to know the Atman and the ability. They came, but Guru is required. So he went to Datta Guru. Dattatreya Guru is teaching now. All intricacies. Oh, yesterday, day before, last 4 days, the deepest of the Tattva Jnana is of highest order. Here also, go on doing. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena te mamupayanti. They will be understanding the self. They will be seeking that self. They are spending more and more hours in Shastra Shravana, which we are already doing, but followed by Shastra Adhyayana, which some of us are doing little more than these two, Shastra Chintana, Manana Chintana. This is what is the Mananga, Badami Buddhyogam Tam, Yena Te Mamupayanti. Now their life is more and more at the intellectual level in trying to understand me through Shastras. Then to them who are continuing that way, Upasana and Shastra Adhenam, Teshameva Anukampartham, because they are so regular, consistent, Aham Ajnanajam Tamaha Nashayami. The ignorance and the darkness I destroy. और how कैसे? आत्मभावस्तः ज्ञान दीपेन भास्वता. With the bright and brilliant lamp of jnana about the Atma. Jnana dipena bhasvata. This is what spirituality at the intellectual level. Same thing in Prakarana Granthas, made easy, made simplified by us, for us. Okay, what is done in Prakarana Grantha like Advaita Anubhuti? Atma Lakshanas are told. Five Anatmas are brought. And in that Anatmas, it is shown that the Lakshanas of Atma are not only not there in these Upadhis, but it has got opposite Lakshanas. Therefore, that is Anatma. So, keep on doing intellectual exercise of saying the Upadhis to be Anatma till you are convinced about it. Same time, the आत्म लक्षण बताया ना, उस लक्षण युक्त आत्मा का ध्यान में खोजना, उस लक्षण युक्त आत्मा का ध्यान में भीतर खोजना. In that khoj takes time even to settle in that sadhana. Then some more time it takes to have glimpses of it. Keep on doing with Shraddha. देखो spirituality and knowing self and liberation इतना easy होता तो why somebody tries to become Indra, Chandra and Mahendra and all? ये है मुश्किल, इसलिए तो लोग छोटे छोटे फायदे वाले भोग वाले साधनाओं में जाते. If you want to go, you go, but still remain as jiva only. Ultimately, even ब्रह्मदेव also वेदों में जो बताया उसके अनुसार अपना आत्मा अनुभव पाकर ही मोक्ष मिलेगा. Anybody it is. Otherwise, Brahmadeva is million times more happy than the human being because of his equipments and facilities in Brahmalok. But still that also is bondage. इसलिए आत्मा अनुभव के लिए ट्राई करने वाले साधना को आध्यात्मिक साधना कहते. उसमें शरीर प्राण इंद्रिय मन ऑल ऑफ देम आर अनात्मा. बिहाइंड दैट inexplicable is atma vastu. Okay, finally the fifth one, the ahankara. Sharira vaisa, prana mana, indriya vaisa, mana vaisa, buddhi vaisa. Final one is aham. ये अहम को ही पकड़ना है. तो दिस अहंग्रह उपासना कहते. शास्त्र में बताया सच्चिदानंद आत्मा मैं हूं. अब जो अनुभव में आ रहा है देह इंद्रिय मन बुद्धि वो मैं नहीं हूं. I know a funny example like that man. Such a long time he is in dilemma. That should I be loyal to my mother who has given me birth and brought up, and should I be to my wife? है ना. अब दोनों में झगड़ा है, नहीं जमता है. So too, I have to identify with the Atma Vastu, Sachidananda, or I have to identify with the Jiva, with the Upadhi. इस तरह होता है. तो आत्मा के लेवल में साधना, मैं सच्चिदानंद आत्मा हूँ, सच्चिदानंद आत्मा हूँ, मैं सच्चिदानंद आत्मा, हम ब्रह्मास्मि, हम ब्रह्मास्मि. ब्रह्म ही सच्चिदानंद, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. शर्माना नहीं है करने के लिए. जितने बेशर्मी से विडू संसार, सेम वे वी कैन डू हियर आल्सो. है ना. जस्ट इमेजिन द शर्मा हट यार, गरबा गबरा हट, कुछ ना कुछ तो पिज्जा हट, समवेयर वी आर कॉट अप. दैट दिन में 24 घंटों में 1 घंटे में 3600 सेकंड हम ब्रह्मास्मि कहते ही नहीं. हम आएगा, करते रहो. दैट इज अल्टीमेट गोल. What is Brahma Vastu? Intellectual understanding, conviction will come. We have just started one round of Upanishads. No Upanishad Shishya in one life only has reached to that level of grasping what Guru taught. That Jiva has evolved, gone through many lives of this type of vigorous exercises. In this life, it came to the final concluding point. Therefore, he achieved and he became famous, and his interaction with his Guru has become a Upanishad. So, what is spiritual sadhana now? अहंकार लेवल में मैं सच्चिदानंद आत्मा हूँ कहते जाना ऑल अदर आइडेंटिटीज मैं डॉक्टर लॉयर इंजीनियर हूँ ये सब उपाधि वाले हैं ना आई एम हस्बैंड और वाइफ एंड ऑल मैन और वुमन ये सारे डिफरेंट उपाधि युक्त दादा आई एम सच्चिदानंद आत्मा ये अहंकार लेवल सा बुद्धि लेवल में विचारणा लीडिंग टू द ध्यान मन लेवल में भावना इंद्रिय लेवल में भगवत रिलेटेड साधना शरीर लेवल में दैट उपासना सेवा दिस इज कॉल्ड एज आध्यात्मिक जीवनम एंड साधना listen two more times, three times more time, there is a chance of better understanding. Again, you and I have to always pray to gods and God and Guru. भगवान यहाँ तक लाए हैं. I am still in the vagueness. Give me the clear understanding about each of these aspects. When we pray, He will give that subtle buddhi slowly, slowly. Then the understandings come. हो रहा है उसी रास्ते में हम हैं. Believe in that. Have faith in it. The feeling that I must understand, I must do sadhana, itself is a great result after so many lives of great works and punya. Remember, the mind का मोह माया क्या होता है ना? For some reason of punya or fancy, people come to spiritual lectures like Puja Gurudev's lecture. 40,000 लोग सुनते थे. No, it's Gurudev's power of speech. He has sown the seeds in them. ये सब बात की बात है. They have different level of truth. उसको छोड़ो. But consciously, how many of them attempted to reread his books and contemplate them, understand them? है कि नहीं? नहीं किया वो लोगों ने. इसलिए संसार तो कर ही रहे हैं. तो जो करते हैं वही रहेगा ना. We have not done sadhana. We are doing not living the samsara. संसार चलता ही रहता है वो. अब क्या? We have told about people general, but we are of that category. Our loyalties, our interests, our securities, comforts are there in the worldliness only for us, not in spirituality. Matlab, we are the very gross level of just now. The seed has sprouted, a small sapling came. Suddenly that sapling of mango, बहुत लोग आम खा के गुठली फेंक दिए. अब immediately after that the बारिश का मौसम आता है. Within a 15-20 days you can see that गुठली से आम का पौधा निकलना. हम करते थे बचपन में, गार्डन में फेंकते थे सारे. गार्डन मतलब बाहर. रियली यूज्ड टू हैव कम. कभी कभी 5, 6, 10 गुठलियां लगा दी, इधर 5 इधर 5, सुखा के या वैसे ही. देन द प्लांट कम्स. सडनली द प्लांट, पौधा क्या फल देगा क्या? It won't give immediately, no. 5, 8 years it takes for the tree to grow to give us the phala. Only for a mango phala it takes it much time. Then adhyatmika pragati, it takes more time, na? Again remember, this life's prarabdhas will not allow us to understand Vedanta. We are understanding or studying Vedanta only in the anticipation of our understanding and sadhana better in the future lives only. ये तो गया ही समझो बस. इस जन्म में और ज्यादा गिरने से बचना है. फायदा एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करना, बट करने वाले साधना विगरसली करना. Like I am doing all classes. Vigorously I have to do. That's it. But this life's prarabdha, whatever, that continues. In that sequence and the effort which I am doing. If this permits, then the Lord's grace will come in giving the vision. But my attitude should be, जब मिलेगा विजन वो मिलेगा ईश्वर वहां से. But what work is given to me, let me do it as seva to him. My effort also little. Always the two efforts are, one is prayers, second is what is in our hands. And at present, how much we are able to do about what is in our hands. At present, उस पे थोड़ा ध्यान देवे. रोना नहीं पहली बात. Drop crying and drop becoming lazy too. है ना? Start taking up the things to be done. है ना? All ingredients are there. लेकिन ये चाय नहीं बनी, चाय नहीं बनी. महाराज चाय बनाने से बनता है और इंग्रेडिएंट से नहीं बनता अपने आप. With all the ingredients, 1000 years you wait, you will not get tea. 5 मिनट कोशिश करो होता है ना. 5 मिनट्स में चाय बनता नहीं है. चाय बनने तक बनाते ही जाना है. बाय डिफॉल्ट इत्तेफाक से वो 5 मिनट लग रहा है उसको, है ना. In 1 year the house is constructed. It's a wrong language. House is under construction seriously, sincerely. By the time the house is made, it took 1 year. In 1 year, house is not made. House is made. It took 1 year. So too, in 10 years, spiritual sadhana happens. No. Spiritual sadhana has to be done continuously. When you reach, then you calculate and say how much time it took. Don't bring the concept of time here. It is meaningless. Even the house also. एक साल में बनता है, एक 4 साल में, एक 20 साल में बनता है. Depending on the budget, depending on other conditions. कोई 2 महीने में बन जाता. Why 1 साल? If vigorously all money is spent and well planning is done, minimum time for that slab का हो, curing का हो, जो चाहिए उतना ही लगता है. बट लगा 2 महीना और 2 साल और 20 साल इज सेकेंडरी. बनाते गए इज प्राइमरी. चढ़ाई हुए थे. करते जाओ वो होता रहता है, होता रहता है. So with the deha, indriya, mana, buddhi, ahankara, tadatmya, I am living life of jiva samsari. Detaching my identity from them, identifying myself with the Upanishad Ukta Atman Brahman is spiritual sadhana. Directly, if you are able to do at the intellectual level of Shastra Adhenam and the ego level of Aham Brahmasmi Abhyasa, Sharira Indriya Prana, we need not worry, Mano level. And while doing this, whenever we are tired or not able to do, then the lower level of one or the other sadhana we have to do. In short, 24 hours we have to do only that one. Completely in that only we are. करते करते जाने से the upadhi tadatmya along with its karanas of vasanas, habits, wrong convictions, that goes away. देखो सिद्धांत ज्ञान है, मैं देह नहीं हूं. मैं देह नहीं हूं करने के लिए मैंने क्या किया सुबह से आज. मैं देह हूं कहने के लिए क्या किया. इफ यू सी, हम देहोस में ओनली डन टुडे, होल्ड इट फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग ऑनवर्ड्स. Isn't it? उसमें थॉट आना चाहिए. देह इज गिवन टू मी, इट हैज टू मेंटेन, देयरफॉर इसको नहाया, मैं इसमें रहता हूं. ये वाला साधन. इस देश से जो कर्म करना है, ये जो मेरी ड्यूटी है, ईश्वर अर्पण बुद्धि आई एम डूइंग. अबाउट बॉडी इट्स ऑल ओवर. सो टू विद सेंसेस, है ना. हाउ मच वी आर इन्वॉल्व इन परमात्मा थ्रू सेंसेस फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग We have to involve more and more. So too with the mind and intellect and ego. Again, so little more thinking, little more listening, it gives more picture. अब फिर से हम भुलक्कड़ है, फिर भूल जाएंगे, फिर याद करना होगा, चलता रहेगा, चलता रहेगा. So that shows कि how many lives of prarabdha we brought that we are not allowed into the sanctum sanctorium of understanding spiritual sadhana and doing it. All of that we have to wash away. So in short, involve in Saguna Nirguna Paramatma related sadhanas through the upadhis. यही spiritual sadhana. अब इसको जान लिया, अब करते जाना. Like when the class is over, what do you have to do? Do the puja at home. Do that japa. All of them with the clarity that I have to realize myself. Then take some more study sadhana, swadhyay karo. 10 मिनट चिंतन मनन करो on that श्लोकास. 5 मिनट अहम सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्मास्मि करो. टाइम हो गया. इवनिंग क्लास में आ जाओ. हाँ, in between food rest little. Then again evening class, रात को थोड़ा सा. Let the routine be in this way done continuous. And anything opposite to it, let us avoid. Pray to Paramatma. Bhagavan, quickly give me this vision, give me the understanding, give me the conviction, give me the commitment. Let me fully involve in doing all these things only. Then all millions of sadhanas are told by the millions of practitioners for whom through those sadhanas the results came. है ना. कोई कहते हैं दृष्टा भाव मेंटेन करो, कोई कहते हैं साक्षी भाव मेंटेन करो, है ना. कोई कहते हैं प्रतिबिंबवाद को यूज करो, कोई कहते हैं अवच्छेदवाद को. ऑल ऑफ देम आर टू ब्रिंग टू इंटेलेक्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग कन्विक्शन about the existence of Paramatma with this nature. And the world has superimposed on it. It is not real to be given reality value. Hundreds and hundreds of the things widespread in all Shastra. We have seen in Advaita Anubhuti. कितने सारे एग्जाम्पल बाबा. अभी हम we have reached up to 76 श्लोकास, 73. और in that at least 40-50 श्लोक हमको एग्जाम्पल दे ही जा रहे. इन द आत्मबोध तो इन द 68 वर्सेस 60 और 59 श्लोक में उदाहरण बताएंगे हमको. Okay, today we'll conclude here with the prayer. हे परमात्मा, हे इष्टदेव, हे आत्मदेव, let me have spashta understanding about the nature of the real self, and let me do the abhyasa of that I am that. O Lord, give me the understanding about the anatman as anatma. Give me the ability to detach from it throughout the day's practice. मांग लिया, He will bless us. ओम 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 सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ये मे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं. करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्. एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं ये ये सनातनधर्म सेवायां निष्ठिताः तेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययनसाधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अथ सम्बन्धभाष्यम्. So, see, even these things which we are doing, which appear to be vigorous so much, but they are minimum in my understanding. Even if these are not done, just little japa of God, coming to the classes, doing some swadhyaya, praying to the God, ये भी नहीं करें ना, पूरा हम वर्ल्डलीनेस में बह जाएंगे. These doings will give us stability, ability. Those abilities will be converted into the जिज्ञासास कि और भी मुझे पढ़ना है, और भी मुझे ध्यान करना है, और भी मुझे समझना है. Then the things start revealing to us. For everyone, it is like that only. Nobody realizes instantaneously in one life. Though it is in one life, at one moment the experience comes, but it depends on his sadhana done from wherever he was, from many, many lives. And this many lives वाला भी कंसेप्ट को थोड़ा ठीक समझना, ये भी गलत एक्चुअली कहना कि somebody has to reach to temple at 10 people. Okay, so 10 people reached the temple. But how much time it took? है कि नहीं? एक को 10 मिनट लगा, एक को 1 घंटा लगा, एक को 6 घंटे लगे. No, you can't compare 10 minutes, 1 घंटा, 6 घंटे each other because of two reasons. One is what distance they are away from the temple. है कि नहीं? Second is what mode of transport they took. है कि नहीं? अब देखो केदारनाथ जाना है. You are in Tamil Nadu. Distance is these many kilometers. आज चलते जाओ चलते जाओ चलते जाओ तो लगेगा 1 महीना 2 महीना whatever. Because more than 30-40 kilometers you can't walk any day, every day. I mean, like, imagine now you took a chopper or flight. In 2.5 hours you are in helipad Gaurikund, whatever that, Gupta Kashi. अपना चॉपर से वहाँ का उधर का चॉपर लिया फ्रॉम द गुप्त काशी टू केदारनाथ ऊपर 3 or 4 or 6 minutes only. Even from that Gauri Kund you climb. By walk it will be 8-7 hours. And by horse it is 6-5 hours. By that dholi it is 4-5 hours. And in walking also, what is my age, my speed? Even you land at the Kedarnath, वहाँ से again पालकी है, पैदल है, फिर what you call घोड़ा है, because it will not land you in the temple only ना, 1.25 किलोमीटर दूर पे लैंड करते हैं आपको. No, what is that he could fly from Tamil Nadu to that? His money, where from the money came, he has earned. In the same way, all these sadhanas are our earnings. These are the ones when we exchange for sadhana, spirituality, that time those things will happen to us. But whether you go by walk or by charter plane, Wanting to reach to Kedarnath Bhagwan is the important ingredient. मुझे spiritual heights पाना है. At this very moment, is this thought is desire? Is stronger this desire? Or the desire of safety, security of the body and the world so that I can be more bhogi? वो वाला thought powerful है. अब ये ही सबसे basic point. इसमें हमको change कर. Wanting to reach Paramatma thought should become powerful more than the worldly thought. वो entertain करने से होता है, खुद को कहने से होता है. गाली देना पड़ता है खुद को. मैं जंगली नालायक बेवकूफ बदतमीज. Instead of seeking the self inside, शर्म नहीं आता. Still I am seeking not self, getting kicked only again and again. Like the female donkey kicking that male donkey. Again it is running. In the same way, I am suffering because of Jiva Bhava and Upadhi. Still I am living life like a samsari. शर्म नहीं आता मुझे. ऐसे पहले गाली देना है. और गिव मनी टू योर सर्वेंट्स एंड टेल देम, वो देर देम बढ़िया सा चाव से देंगे गाली. है ना. बेस्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट इज योर वाइफ और हस्बैंड. टेल देम, गिव देम लाइसेंस. लेट देम टेल. 4 साल से सत्संग सुन रहे, कोई सुधार ही नहीं हुआ. शर्म नहीं आता. Either give gali to oneself or make others do. Rama was giving gali to himself. The whole Yogavash Maharamayana, Vairagya Prakaran is गाली देना है अपने आप को. दैट इज वे चेहरा बिकम फ्रस्ट्रेटेड एंड फ्राउनिंग भगवान का. सबको डर लग रहा है ऐसे राम को देखकर. दैट पोजिशन इज गाली दे खुद. नोबडी कैन गिव गाली टू रामा. ही हैज टू गिव टू हिमसेल्फ. All these Vairagya Prakaranam is in a decent language put by Valmiki ji. But otherwise the thing is मैं कितना useless हूँ कि in this world with upadhis I am becoming samsari and suffering only. So ये वाला actually basic thought. Okay, now at least one mantra we will see today. Wonderful, बहुत बढ़िया. As we saw just now, the ahankara sthayi sadhana bata rahe. What is it? Quotation from the Vishnu Purana में अहम हरि सर्वमिदं जनार्दनः नान्यत् ततः कारण कार्य जातम् ईदृग्मनो यस्य न तस्य भूयः भवोद्भवाद्वन्द्वगदा भवन्ति. अब देखो, for our topic of introduction, a finishing touches are given by this shloka. Aham Harihi. I am that Hari, Narayana himself. Sarvamidam Janardanaha. The whole world is Janardana. Directly, the Nirguna Brahma Tattva Sthiti is साधक को अभी नहीं आया, थोड़ा आने वाला है, थोड़े में. Before that, he has faith in the Hari, whose other name is Janardana. So what is said in the Upanishad as Ishavasya Sarvam. What is said in the Upanishad like Mandukya is Sarvam hi etad Brahma. Sarvam hi etad Brahma. Ayam Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. What is said in the Upanishad is Aham Brahmasmi. A little lower level में Aham Harihi. I am Hari himself. Not the Hari with Shankara Chakra Gada Padma. The Hari का आत्मा जो अंदर है. The Sachidananda Atma. Aham Harihi. Sarvamidam Janardana. And his whole world is Janardana only. आगे की साधना की नहीं. I am Hari the Sachidananda. Sarvamidam is Janardana. Janardana disguised in Rupa Nama is Jagat. Can we do the perception and involvement with the Jagat? Forgetting Janardana? We are doing that only. This is what samsara. Can we see Janardana in the Jagat Rupa Nama and reverentially, respectfully we behave in the Jagat? We are sadhak. So because inside Aham Harihi, Soham. Idam Sarvam Janardana Dasoham. Aham Harihi, Aham Brahmasmi. Sarvam Idam Janardana, Idam also Brahman only. Then third line is Na anyat tataha. Tataha means other than that Paramatma. Anyat na. There is nothing other. Which is the other one? Karya karana jatam. Karana karya jatam. The karana karya. है कि नहीं? अब देखो इतना क्लियर पिक्चर मिल रहा है. The Ishvara is Karana, Jiva is the Karya. Jiva and Jagat are the Karyas. So Jagat Jiva Karya, Ishvara Karana. ऐसा कोई कार्य कारण है ही नहीं है उनसे हटकर. Everything is Hari only. Second line. Third one, Idruk Manayasya. The one who has got himself convinced in this thing and went on practicing, goes on practicing. Tasya, to such person, Bhuyaha again, na bhavodbhava, dvandva gada bhavanti. To him again, the gada is diseases of the dvandva, which are the cause of bhava, samsara, will not be there in him. संसार के कारणभूत द्वंद्व रूपी रोग इस प्रैक्टिशनर को नहीं होगा. बस करते जाओ तो रिजल्ट आएगा, है ना. इन द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन में या डॉक्टर्स एडवाइस में और इन दैट मेडिसिन के पाउच या कागज में ही लिखा रहता है इंडिकेशंस. यू टेक दिस डोसेसेस, यू विल बी क्योर्ड ऑफ दैट वन. अब अप्लाई करो तो क्योर हो जाएगा. इन द सेम वे हियर आल्सो. अहम हरि सर्वमिदं जनार्दनः नान्यत्ततः कारण कार्य जातम् ईदृग् मनो यस्य न भवेत् भूयः. ओके. न तस्य भूयः भव उद्भवात् द्वंद्व गदा भवन्ति. भव मीन्स संसार, उद्भव मीन्स ऑफ क्रिएटिंग. संसार को क्रिएट करने वाला द्वंद्व गदा. गदा मीन्स डिसीज. द्वंद्व गदा, द डिसीज ऑफ द ड्युअलिटी, न भवन्ति, टू हिम दैट विल नॉट बी देयर. Therefore, Jagad Abhyasa we have done in Bhagavan and caught up in it. No Bhagavad Abhyasa in the Jagat, let us do and get released. Aham Harihi Sarvamidam Janardana. बोलो 11 बार बोलो. अहम हरि सर्वमिदं जनार्दनः. 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 Such a simple Vedanta, how, why so complicatedly explained is, though Vedanta is simple, but the understanding of it, practice of it depends on our clarity. We are not clear in so many things. Therefore, to clear so many things, so much of complicated discussion we have to study. We give reality to the world. So that has to be removed from our heart. Therefore, they bring the whole discussion of Bhagavan, his Maya Shakti, and with that, the Trigunas, from the Trigunas, all of them are projected or imagined on Bhagavan only. ये सारा सिद्धांत हमारे अनेक अनेक प्रश्नों को आंसर देने के होता है. Today or maybe tomorrow in our Yoga Darshana we will see in that last sutra. ये विगरस एक्सरसाइज करो या सीधा अमर मास में करो, दोनों विल गिव यू द रिजल्ट. Like study the entire pharmacology of medicine, its functioning, efficacy, even study of dosages, and then take medicine. It will cure. With faith in that doctor, take medicine, then also it will work. In the same way, study the Shastras thoroughly and satisfy at the intellectual level and get convinced. So this is how the reality is. This is the reason in which, because the reality is seen as the world of Jiva Jagat Ishvara, and in this, as a Jiva, I am caught up in the Jagat. I should take the help of Ishvara to come out. ये पूरा समझ कर करो साधना या स्ट्रेट अवे करो, मेरे को बता रहे हैं ब्रह्म का अभ्यास करो, उपाधियों का तादात्म्य और तादात्म्य को बढ़ाने वाले चीजों को छोड़ो बस. एंड तादात्म्य को बढ़ाने वाले चीजों को छोड़ो is said in two words, and परमात्मा के तादात्म्य को बढ़ाओ is said in two words. If you can catch it. What was said? आवृत्त चक्षुः. बस खोलो ही ना अपने इंद्रियों को. अमृतत्व मिशन. See for the immortal self in you. हो गया, इतना ही. पकड़ने वाले को इतना ही है. आवृत चक्षु अमृतत्व मिशन. What did Dhruva do 6 months? Avrutta chakshu. He stopped eating food, then he started eating only fruits, then वो भी छोड़ दिया, only patta he was eating, वो also left. That not again and again like us. जब बहुत भूख लगे तो, then he took only water. Then वो भी छोड़ दी, केवल वायु पक्ष. This is avrutta chakshu. But only one avrutta chakshu sadhana will not help. Other one is amritattva vichya. His point was, Naradji gave Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I want to have Vasudeva arrive in front of me. So that I will ask him the boon, you have to be in the lap of my father. For him, the meaning of Amritattva Vichya is, Narayana Bhagavan, Vasudeva Bhagavan, प्रत्यक्ष होना चाहिए. How he has done it? है ना? He has not, 6 months में उनको सिद्धि मिला नहीं, सिद्धि मिलने तक वो करते गए, वो 6 months लगे उनको. हमको 6 जन्म लगते होंगे. We are not ध्रुव, we are अध्रुव. We are not the ध्रुव स्टार, कि अपन अपने घर में भी स्टार नहीं है. We are the moon only, zero. What did Nachiketa do when everything is offered to him by Yamaraj? Avruta chakshu. And what he insisted? Amrutattva mission. And his language is what? Tavaiva vahaha tavanutya gite varastu me varaniya sa eva. Tavaiva vaha tavanutya gite is avruta chakshu. You तुम रख लो सारे डांस ड्रामा, नृत्य गीत अपना वाहन आप एंजॉय करो. मुझे वरह तो वरणीय सएव अमृतत्व इच्छा. मुझे उस परमात्मा को जानना है. वाह. That's why pondering over these great characters also one way of getting information and inspiration. Isn't it? In this way we have to help ourselves. Now, one shloka is so beautiful. Aham harihi sarvamidam janardhanah nanyat tatha karana karya jatam idrugmano yasya natasya bhruyah भवोद्भवा द्वंद्व गदा भवंदे. आप बिलीव करके इसको करो. मैं भी हरि हूँ, जगत भी हरि है. मैं भी जनार्दन हूँ, जगत भी जनार्दन है. मैं भी ब्रह्म हूँ, जगत भी ब्रह्म है. हरि जनार्दन इज पौराणिक भाषा, ब्रह्म इज वेद भाषा, उपनिषद भाषा. देयर इज नो कार्य कारण other than Paramatma. Therefore, what is whole Jagat? Paramatma only, acting like a Karana and Karya. And Paramatma supports both of them, Karana and Karya. And he himself never becomes Karana or Karya. अब देखो, intellectual jugglery start हो गया कि नहीं? कारण रूपेण is ईश्वर with his Maya Shakti Ananta. कार्य रूपेण he alone is Jiva and Jagat. अब सारा इंटेलेक्चुअल डिस्कशन है, ये भी उसी मुकाम मंजिल तक पहुंचाएगा. सीधा ये करो, श्री राम में सब जगह मानी और जानी. बस अहम हरि सर्वमिदम जनार्दन. आज का मंत्र मिल गया 2 जून 2024. अहम हरि सर्वमिदम जनार्दन. व्हाट डू वी डू? In the whole world को we don't see as Janardana, we see him as Dhanarjan. We see as bhoga vastus. And we don't think about मतलब हरि स्वामी जी क्या बोलते हैं, मैं कैसे हरि हो सकता हूँ, मेरा ओलिया देखो। लगता भी है देख कर, भैया आपको आपका चेहरा देखता हो तो आप हरि ही लगते हो। इन संस्कृत हरि आल्सो मीन्स वानर। लेकिन नारद जी when विष्णुमूर्ति को पूछते हैं, when he had to go, he felt like going to that स्वयंवरा, you remember तुलसी रामायण, ही आस भगवान मुझे आपका हरि का रूप चाहिए, मुझे भगवान हरि का रूप ना ठीक है, ही गए वो बंदर वाला रूप तो हनुमान नारदा। एवरीबॉडी वर लाफिंग एट हिम, लाफिंग। मोह, ही वांटेड टू नो व्हाट इज मोह, चल ठीक है देख लो। ही हैज गॉट द डिजायर कि आई वांट टू मैरी नारद जी को to Rajkumari and all. She should select me, so I should be beautiful. Who is more beautiful? Hari only. Give me Hari रूप। See that clarity ना, हमको शर्म लगता है स्वामी जी मैं कैसे आत्मा बन सकता हूँ, मैं तो भटकती हुई आत्मा, दैट इज ओके। दुखी आत्मा, दैट इज माई जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। पर फिर भी परम आत्मा, फिर आई आस्क माई वाइफ यू नो और हस्बैंड उनका, आज का मैं उनके परमिशन में कुछ नहीं करता हूँ, व्हाट विल she will or he will say you are only sevak atma to me। You know what's your name? क्या है मेरा नाम? मेरे बात सुनो आत्मा, that is your name। They give the tag to us। अहम हरि सर्वमिदं जनार्दन, करते जाए अभ्यास, जितने बार कर करके ना, और जो रॉन्ग भावना है वो निकाल देना। जो यद भावम तद भावती यूज करो, जीव भाव करो जीव बनोगे। जगत को सत्य मानो, एज इट इज रूपनामा, ऐसे ही लगता है। अपने आप को आत्मा मानते जाओ, आत्मा हो जाओगे। छोटू जगत को परमात्मा कहते जाओ, परमात्मा हो जाएगा। करो बस, टिल इट इज ओवर। जीवन कंस का कम हमें सीखना है, इसलिए ऐसा कंस वध, दैट फेलो वाज सो मच अफ्रेड ऑफ कृष्ण दैट एनीवेयर फ्रॉम एनी साइड कृष्णा विल कम एंड ट्रैक मी। इट वाज नॉट सेड बाय यम आकाशवाणी कि उन्होंने कहा देवकी अष्टम गर्भ विल किल यू, टाइम एंड डेट नहीं दिए। Therefore, he was worried कि anytime, anywhere, Bhagavan can come. Therefore, he was always thinking about that Krishna, Krishna, Krishna only. Then in Bhagavatam, you say, Sarvam Krishnamayam Jagati sa. It yesterday in the beautiful thing it is said in Narayanyam, when Bhagavan Krishna pulled him to the Rangamanch and attacked, was seated on his chest. Before he has given a blow, he not only died there, but the Kamsa Jiva has merged in Paramatma. That is pictorial depiction. But you have to think it from the Kamsa Sthiti. Become Kamsa at that time. In to understand. जनरली हम कर कर छोड़ते हैं, कंस का आत्मा परमात्मा में फंस अंदर चला गया। वी टॉक इन सच वे कि ना कंस से ना आत्मा से ना परमात्मा से कोई संबंध है। वी स्टडी दीज थिंग्स लाइक वी सी द न्यूज। अरे भाई यू इमेजिन योरसेल्फ कंस, and that jiva in Kamsa is no more upadhi tadatmya, no more the outer worldly tadatmya, because from the Akashvani Samprati Varta Shriyanta, he was only going thinking Krishna Krishna हो। एक एक राक्षस को भेज रहा है, ढूंढो उस कृष्ण को। These are outer activities, राक्षस को भेजना, but inside his mind was कृष्ण 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 वृत्ति going on। तो कृष्ण को मारना और कृष्ण से भय वाले वृत्ति से ही वो कृष्णमय होकर कृष्ण को पाए। was killed because for his negative activity he is there has to be killed, but inside जीव ट्रांसफॉर्म हो गया। That's why all the Muslims become Hindus next life, because इतना हेट करते जाते हैं हम वो लोग। हमें भी किसी को हेट नहीं करना, विल भी इधर उधर फंसेंगे। अहम हरि सर्वमिदं जनार्दन, मैं तो आज ये जपा 540 बार, मतलब 5 मालास मैं करने वाला हूँ। अब आपको बोल बोल के थक गया हूँ करने को, आपको तो बहुत सारे दूसरे गुरु हैं जिनकी बात आप सुनते हो, या खुद अपने आप के गुरु हो, तो आई विल नॉट इवन एडवाइज यू टू डू इट और रिपोर्ट टू मी। आई कांट टेक दैट फ्रीडम फ्रॉम यू। आपका जिंदगी है, तो मैं बोलूंगा नहीं। फॉर मी यू आर ऑल्सो जनार्दन। मैं तो करूंगा। अहम हरि सर्वविदम जनार्दन। सेम थिंग was taught as the final lesson by Shukadev ji to Parikshit. You remember? अहम ब्रह्मा परम धाम ब्रह्माहम परमम पदम। बस इसका अभ्यास कर। अहम हरि सर्वमिदं जनार्दन, अहम हरि सर्व, राइट। ओम 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 ओम। सी दैट नेक्स्ट श्लोका कितना क्यूट है। ध्यान स्वरूपम अत्यंतम निर्मलम परमार्थतः। परमार्थतः अत्यंत निर्मलम ज्ञान स्वरूप। Paramartha means absolutely, if you see, only the pure consciousness is there, Paramartha. Tadeva, that pure consciousness alone, Artha Swarupena, in the form of the gross, subtle, causal matter, Bhranti Darshanatah Sthitam, because of the terrible delusion, it is seen. See the answer. This I'll talk more tomorrow. But very powerful slok. Like somebody has seen rope as rope, Gaya. For somebody, the rope is seen as snake only for 2 seconds. How can the snake be there in the second, third floor? Somebody will see for 10 minutes and little feeling. अरे हो सकता है. Somebody can see for more time or more depth or both. अब कोई हो सकता है ये तो सांप ही है करके शिवरिंग हो गया, उनको फीलिंग भी हो गया, मैं गया उस तरफ देखा नहीं, वो आकर मेरे को डस भी दिया. He may even die out of heart attack. स्थाइयों में डिफरेंस है कि नहीं? That is the meaning of Bhranti Darshanata Sthitam. We are in the terrible Bhranti of the Stula Sukshma Karana Veshti Samashti as real, not the Paramartha Rupa Atma. We are in terrible Bhranti of snake is real. We have to come out of it. इसलिए शास्त्र पढ़ना is equal to focusing the torch on the snake which we are seeing. Slowly, when we go near, we slowly come to know it's a rope. अब जब पूरा रोप का ज्ञान हो गया, द गॉन द स्नेक विथ ऑल वियर्स. सो टू सर्वम नारायण सर्वम परमात्मा. एंड इतना बार हमने सुना पढ़ा, फॉरगेट. सच्चिदानंद आत्मा के ऊपर रूप नाम का प्रोजेक्शन इस जगत. तो रूप नाम का नजरअंदाज करो, सच्चिदानंद को पकड़ो, साधना शुरू करो. करते 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 होता है. हमारा क्या है ना, स्टार्टिंग ट्रबल. एंड इवन इफ वी स्टार्ट 2 मिली सेकंड के लिए करते हैं, अगेन वी ड्रॉप. वी आर बैक टू अवर वरीज एंग्जाइटीज. मैं क्या करूं, मैं जब दिल ही टूट गया. अरे राम राम यार, रहो साधक के रूप में 1 मिनट. इतने कमजोर है, फिसल जाते. लाइक समा साइकिल सीखो, एक बार गिर गया बोले मेरे से नहीं होगी जिंदगी भर, यू विल नॉट लर्न. वी आर लाइक दैट. वेरी वेरी वीक इन आवर हार्ट. बुजदिल. स्ट्रांग वी हैव टू बी. व्हाई विल आई नॉट डू दिस, करके दिखा दो, ऐसा वाला. That's why dhairya, utsaha, dhirata jo कहते. All these words are for such you and I only, whose variety of characteristics express every time, each one blocking our sadhana. Like the घर में ना पति या पत्नी अलग अलग तरीके से हर दिन रुलाते हैं. रुलाना इज कॉमन बट तरीका इज डिफरेंट. एक दिन मुंह मोड़ के रुलाते हैं, कभी डांट कर रुलाते हैं, बात नहीं करते रुलाते हैं. एक दिन टेम पे चाय काफी नहीं के रुलाते. Varieties are purpose is same. In us also, at the body level, laziness, indriya level, bhoga sakti, mana level, projection, intellectual level, dullness, ego level, timidity or fear, कुछ ना कुछ अटैक करता हुआ, उसका एक ही काम है, साधना नहीं करने देना। यू जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस, भारतीय जनता पार्टी 2 सीट भी नहीं मिलते थे पूरे पार्लियामेंट में। अब देख 400 का आंकड़ा, वो शुड बिकम इंस्पिरेशन टू अस। 2 सेकंड भी परमात्मा को याद नहीं करने वाले, 3600 सेकंड हमको भगवान को याद करना है। वाई नॉट? In this world, anything is possible. When we can see the world in God, why can't we see God in the world? When we can suffer as Jiva, identify Upadhi, why can't we detach from Upadhi and be blissful in the Atmajnana? ये खुद को एंटरटेन करना पड़ता है। वी आर नॉट, इससे क्या होता है ना आइडिया, अदर देन द क्लास वी आर नॉट गिविंग टाइम एट ऑल फॉर अवर मनना चिंतना अध्ययना। ये प्रूफ है अगर हम आगे नहीं बढ़ रहे गाड़ी में। एंड क्लास भी मेरे आत्म शांति के लिए। बाकी को पता चल गया स्वामी जी का आत्मा शांति हो गया, दे स्टॉप्ड कमिंग। अब आपको दिख रहा है अभी शांत नहीं हुआ। Isn't it? This is the power of माया मोह। ये सबको कहाँ कर करना है। मैं गुरु ऋषियों को खुश करने के लिए मैं सत्संग करता हूँ, और आप मेरे आत्म शांति के लिए। हम दोनों साधना नहीं कर रहे, यार जस्ट पासिंग टाइम। But become sincere, serious. There's no way. Give time, give mind, do what is known, and keep on doing it while prayers to God. भाई ये कर रहा हूँ भगवान, थोड़ा अनुग्रह करो, अगले स्टेप में ले जाओ, अगले स्टेप में ले जाओ। That is when you understood what the meaning of तीव्र मुमुक्षा, तीव्र जिज्ञासा। नहीं तो फोकट में थोड़े आएंगे भगवान, फोकट में थोड़े आएगा उनका अनुग्रह, फ्री में थोड़े आएगा कि हमारे मन में चल बन जाते स्पिरिचुअल। आईना देख चेहरे में, और चेहरा देख आईने में। You know, the more we are humble and prayerful, the more kind is God. The more arrogant we are, million times more arrogant than us is He. तुमको चाहिए तो मेरे को दे स्पिरिचुअलिटी। वी आस्क लाख भगवान को ऐसे रुआब से, और कहते मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, भाग यहाँ से संसार में। रुबाब जमाते हैं भगवान का। यू हैव टू आस्क हिम विथ प्लीडिंग रिक्वेस्ट एंड ऑल। अरे बड़े बड़े शुद्ध सद्गुण वाले ही from the jagat were totally withdrawn. They also pleaded Bhagwan for such long time in so much egoless humbleness. फिर भगवान मेल्ट होकर आए। And about us, you don't even go to puja room to मत्था टेको। हम बस बिस्तर में बैठ कर कहते हैं भगवान इधर आओ, I'll take a matta, then you go back and sit in puja room. कल तक नहीं मिलना। Arjuna also throughout life he was with Krishna, but he was not seeking the knowledge. भगवान तू नहीं चाहता, you want me to brother-in-law? Yeah. You want to be the cousin? Okay. You want me the driver? ठीक है। Now he wanted him to be the guru। चलो दे रहा हूँ ज्ञान, दिया ज्ञान, बट लिया कि नहीं फिर भी अर्जुन के हाथ में। पुरुषार्थ को कभी नहीं बोलना, लेना कि नहीं लेना अर्जुन का है। भगवान क्या है, with all his checks it is taken. If he doesn't take, doesn't. Bhagavan to give. If we ask, again he'll give. Like we are doing. Every day we are talking, but we are receiving or not, as a speaker or listener. Who is giving us this? Bhagavan ही दे रहे हैं, हम दे नहीं ले नहीं रहे हैं। Like some rich people, you know, when others give them gifts, they take all gifts and keep there. They don't use it. We are very rich in our worldliness, samsara. They were all spiritually taken, postpone करते जाते, कल 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 कल। फिलहाल तो वर्ल्डलीनेस है ना, हमको टीवी देखना है, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़नी है, दूसरे काम धंधे में फंसना है with the people, and we don't want to realize it. If somebody tells us, we feel our ego is hurt. Such a peculiar personality in Kali Yuga. With all our humbleness and softness, still we are arrogant. Still we have our own choices. Still we live the way we want, and we want the spiritual result. Isn't it? And गुरु लोग वो भी हमसे ज़्यादा घबराते हैं। ये काम को मिसअंडरस्टैंड करेगा, ये मेरे कारण इसका साधना हो या ना हो, गड़बड़ नहीं होना चाहिए बस, नहीं हुआ तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ही शुड नॉट lose his faith. Guru has 100 घबराहट्स more than us. Some guru है guru, I'll tell you the truth. ले लो नहीं तो लो भाग. You will never look that fellow again in the life. एक यज्ञशाला में गए, 7 दिन यज्ञ किया, वहां दोबारा जिंदगी में जाएंगे ही नहीं पता उनको. तो फिर हाईएस्ट विजन उनका, दे आर जस्ट सोइंग द सीड्स, दे आर डिफरेंट. तो एनीवे आवर पुरुषार्थ. ओम शांति शांति शांति. रामनी